Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on your KSN News at Noon. I'm Mike Mahoney. Well, it is decision day in USD 259. Voters are choosing whether to approve a $450 million bond project. And only people who live within the district boundaries can cast a ballot, and that's about 200,000 people. And KSN's Derek Lytle is live at a polling place over in Riverside. Derek, how's the voting going so far?
Yeah, hey Mike, there's been a decent amount of people turning out here in Riverside this morning to cast their vote. I'm told more than 150 people have come out to vote so far here at this location. Now that number is more than election officials here had expected so far. And I'm told back in 2008 during the last bond vote for the USD 259, about more than 1,000 people turned out at this precinct. Now I did catch up with a man just after he casted his vote here. He says he and both of his children went through 259 and he believes it's important to voice your opinion.
If you don't vote, then you don't have the right to criticize what's going on.
He tells me he voted in the last bond election for 259 and hopes that the vote is higher this time around. Now, even though more than 150 people have turned out this morning, I'm told nearly 4,000 could vote at this location today. I'll be sticking around and I'll bring you an update shortly in the show. Here for you in Riverside, Derek Lytle, KSN News 3.
Derek, thank you. Well, voting got underway earlier this month. Advance ballots were mailed out on February 5th and in-person voting started on the 18th. But turnout has been very low. Only 5,300 people have voted in person and 5,800 ballots were returned by mail. That equates to a turnout of 5.5%. The election commissioner says that turnout typically doubles on election day, but even then, you're looking at only about 11% of eligible voters casting a ballot in this bond election.
It's sad when you think that less than 25,000 people are determining what's going to be happening for the next until 2045. Everybody should vote in every election they're eligible to vote in.
Nearly 4,300 mail-in ballots have not been returned, and if you have one, you can turn it in at the election office or any polling place, and if you choose to mail it, it must be postmarked by today, and it needs to get to the election office by Friday. Now, this bond project is massive. It is worth $450 million, but it will help USD 259 accomplish its facility master plan. The district estimates that 85% of the money will be spent on new buildings, including an early childhood center and a future-ready center for trades, as well as rebuilding the current ones. That includes Adams and Irving Elementaries and Truesdale and Coleman Middle Schools. 9% on expansions, less than 6% on systems maintenance, and 0.25% on remodeling buildings. If this bond passes, the district says the tax rate will not change. They say the only reason your property taxes would go up is if your home's valuation increases. And we have posted more information about the bond project on our website. That's ksn.com.